Hello and welcome back to Bookish and welcome back to Vlogmas Day 9, Tagmas Day 3. Sick of me yet? Well, kind of too bad. I'm going to do all these tags this week at least. That should get us through Friday. I got a tag for every day through Friday. So we'll see, how much of this you can tolerate, how much of this you're willing to put up with it, to kind of try to make it easier. I think I'll have a little walk in the park sort of nature clip here at the end of this video, because I don't think this tag is going to take very long. This is the end of the year tag. The original was created apparently a long time ago by the huge booktuber Ariel Bissette. I will try to leave a link to her original video, and I was tagged by the resplendent Roz over at Scallydandling About The Books. Thank you, Roz, and as she says, I can just slap out a tag whenever I want to, or in a few minutes. Well, that's fair. Anyway, so here we go. Prompt number 1. Are there any books you started this year that you need to finish? Okay, so the only books I've started this year that I need to finish are books that were on my TBR, are books that I said I was going to read this month. I don't have carryover books. If I don't get to the book in the month where I put it on my TBR, then I probably just put it off a little bit longer, and I don't count those. So I've started 2 books. I finished 1 book. I started 2 more books. So I do need to finish World War Z. This will at least let me complete the horror genre as a part of what I started off the year as a project to read fiction from lots of genres. This is going slowly. I'm not sure a zombie pandemic is the right topic for me right now. And then I just got in my copy of The Old Man and the Sand Eel, My Granddad Fishing, and My Quest to Find Britain's Lost Wild Waterways. This just sounded like a book for me. Grandpa fishing, those are 2 things from my life. Anyway, so I just started this book, and so this will be a book I need to finish because I started it. There are other books on my list that I also have on this month's TBR, which I will, consider to be need to finish if possible. Let's see. Prompt number 2. Do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? I forgot to bring it out here with me. Did I? Yes, I don't see it right now, but I guess autumnal-wise or winter-wise, I do like to read Balzac in the winter, and so my Balzac title for this year is The Unknown Masterpiece, and I did read like the first page, but I haven't gone much further than that, but I will get that book read, I have no doubt. Prompt number 3, sorry, I'm reading them off my phone. Prompt number 3, is there a new release you're still waiting for? I am still waiting for my copy of Memorial by Brian Washington. I've talked about this before. Brian Washington wrote a collection of short stories published last year or the year before last called Lot. I got that book and I read it, and there were stories in there that just blew me away, so I'm really looking forward to getting Memorial and reading it this month before the end of the year because it's a title I'm actually excited about. Let's see. The next prompt I think is prompt number 4. What are 3 books you want to read before the end of the year? Okay, well that would be Lost in Math, and actually this is probably a have to read because this is a buddy read I'm doing with Patrice Jones. This is kind of about, I think it's about how beauty leads physics astray. As somebody who's not a math person, I'm looking forward to finding beauty in math. By the way, here's my copy of Balzac's The Unknown Masterpiece. I do need to read this by the end of the year. And then I also said this month I was going to read The Plague of Doves by Louise Erdrich. So that would be 3 books I need to read by the end of the year in order to complete kind of my TBR for December. Next prompt is there any book you think that could still shock you and become your favorite book of the year? That book would definitely be Memorial by Brian Washington. One of the reasons why I'm looking so forward to it coming is because I think it may be one of those books which might make it into my top 10 reads of the year this year. It would be kind of tough competition. I feel like I've read some really good books. And then the last prompt is, have you already started making reading plans for 2021? And the answer to that is definitely yes. Okay, so, I just hit the tripod, sorry. So I participate in a lot of read-alongs throughout the year, and Nonfiction November and Victober. I did Pride Month, I do Black History Month reading. where I kind of only read African American authors, even though I hopefully have African American authors books spread out throughout the year. So I consider December and January like free reading. You know, it's just me getting to romp through whatever books I want to read this year. So I've already kind of started picking out some books that I want to read in January, and I'm really looking forward to that. I've already picked out my, already narrowed down my choices for March the Mammoths, which is the read along in March, where we read, you know, a really big book. I have a couple of contenders there. I set up a buddy read for February with Noel Bookrook to read Cast by Isabella Wilkerson. I believe that's the name is right, or is it Isabel? Anyway, so I'm doing that. I picked out a lot of my other readings for Black History Month. Angela Davis, Our Prison's Obsolete, We Want Freedom, A Life in the Black Panther Party by Mumia Abu-Jamal. Cast would fit in there. I'll probably pick up a James Baldwin title to fit in there. I have a copy of, oh, I've forgotten now. Geez, wait, there it is. I have a copy of, yes, I have a copy of Jesmond Ward's Salvage the Bones, which I want to read, and so I think I'll read that in February as well. I kind of fell down on my Toni Morrison read-along. My goal to read all 11 of Toni Morrison's novels this year. I'm about 3 short, so I'll definitely have one of those to read in February. So I've made, you know, plans like that. I've planned out my project. My big kind of year-long reading project this year will be to pick the 12 books that have been on my shelf the longest that I think I can read this year, and I'm going to try to read one of those every single month. I was kind of inspired by everybody this year, 2020, seem to be doing reading your own, you know, where they just read books in their bookshelf. I believe I've seen some other booktubers, maybe Greg, it's supposedly fun, has been reading books from a shelf that have been there a long time. So I thought, well, that's a good idea. I'll do that next year and just read one a month. So yes, I've made my reading plans, or made some of my reading plans for next year. And the last prompt is to tag somebody. I'm going to tag Cathy Grimm from Grimm Reader. That's her channel. She changed her channel name a little while ago. It had been Grimm Reads, I believe. And I kind of lost track of her channel, or I think she actually started a new channel called the Grimm Reader, and I thought I was subscribed to her, but I wasn't. So to, you know, kind of apologize, I guess, for being gone so long from her channel, I'm going to tag her to do this end of the year tag. I'll leave a link to her channel down below, as well as to Roz's version of this video and the Ariel Bissette video. Please leave a comment in the comment section below, and as always, thank you for watching. And you know, if this video seems like it goes on longer, that's because I put my walk in the park nature footage at the end of this video.